Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Here we are again. Hard to believe I've been doing this for about 6 months now, but hey, that's the way these things go. So today, as I kind of mentioned on Friday, I think I want to focus on one of these big bridges here. In this case, I think this one. And full disclosure, when I was trying to figure out which bridge, I kind of went a little bit further and I added these stairs, but I'll show you in a second. But I ended up rotating these buildings around a little bit just to give us more room for this plaza, and I added the stairs. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, here's the camera angle I was kind of looking at just as a point. Now, yeah, like I said, I added these stairs, and they come from a stairs add-on, or not I say add-on now, but most add-ons that I'm using in Blender these days are just geometry node tree setups. And this creates stairs from, in this case, a line. And it's a little weird. Like you'd think it would follow, but it only goes up once. So it ends up being like that. It takes the whole length of the curve, but just it looks at the length of the curve and the XY coordinates of the curve, and then the Z to go to the total height, but not to give you this. Initially, I was trying to make the whole thing as one time. And then there is a second modifier that widens the base of the stairs, which is kind of a weird way to do it, but hey. And it works a lot like auto building in that I don't know where they are now. But you create like a railing, a stair, and then it puts them all together for you. So if you look, we have like the step base, where it's going to go, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so like I said, it's not complicated, but I wanted to show it to you. And it just makes us stairs. And I'm actually going to go ahead and apply them to both sides so that I can change their materials, because they didn't get a material until then. It was all done inside the geometry node. And then, like I said, the other thing I did was create this balcony step out. But I mean, it's pretty straightforward, right? It's just 3 cubes pulled out 4 meters, which is our kind of going height. Yeah. All right, so let's save. I might as well start with this building first. So the other thing is I jumped back a couple versions to my overall city, so we may have to go grab some of those parts that we've been using, like the bumpy ground and stuff, because we don't have it in here right now, which is fine. So here, I'm going to make this wall F. I'm going to make these wall B, and they're taller, so they'll be longer, more established ones. And then 2, let's select that, 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 and that, and that, but not those. And go down to auto building and 0.66. Let's see what we got. See what I mean? It gives us the higher windows because it stretches them. And maybe we'll do, let's make these A. Can I remember which is a good one to use? A seems good. We can even add these to A as well. There we go. Save. Nothing complicated, just the same stuff we've been doing kind of over and over again. But, got to do it. And we can see we don't need to worry about this side, at least right now, unless we choose to come around and do another angle. But we could do this side. And 2, Control R. Maybe we'll edge loop. We'll do the exact same thing again here. Assign and assign tab. So it just goes around, but we will probably want to then 2, select that, and also make 0.66 tab. Cool. Like I said, nothing complicated, just the same kind of thing we've been doing here before. And I think here, let's just select, actually, Control R, let's add an edge loop to there. Because now we can kind of cheat this a little bit. Select that, 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 and make it 0.66. And it gives us just a little bit of an overhang here. We might even increase it more, but it doesn't give us one past there. Maybe we want it here too. So, sure. Like, again, there, 3 here, 2 there, there, 0.66. I really doubt we're going to get close enough to this that that's going to be an issue, but we'll do it. Okay. And hello, hello, hello. Yeah, just getting started on our first building, and I created these stairs using a stair geometry node setup. Actually, I created them off camera, but I showed how I did it. I did it beforehand, just to, whatever. And then we applied them so we can tweak them, which is what we're going to do now. I'm going to come over here. Let's go ahead and do this now. So 3, so our steps, and we're going to change that to brick A, but we're going to jump it out. And this one, I don't think we have an A wet. No, we haven't created that yet. So we'll do that. Bag of P rain, add rain shader. Okay. And we'll just call it a wet. And this can also be a wet. I don't know what it is. Government building, museum. It's a fancy building at the end of the square. So it certainly seems more fancy than some of the other ones are. But I haven't super given a lot of thought to what it is yet, beyond the fact that I wanted to put that curving stairway there. Okay. So, and then we're just going to come through and do the same thing here. Wall will also make wet. And railing will also make wet. And we'll keep them separate just in case we want to change it later. So we'll leave them in their own individual groups. Cool. And need to decide what to do here. Think, let's see, plus, 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 P section. Actually want to take this into its own object. And there's not a lot to it, but auto building, let's realize it and apply it. Because I want to make it wet. So again, I need to come in here and be able to change that. There we go. And we need to do the same thing here. It's going to be wet, wet, and wet. I did make them, but I made them using a geometry node setup. It's a stair thing I found for like $7, I think, on the Blender Market. And it works pretty similar to Auto Builder. You just give it a curve or a vertex string, and then it takes the component parts and builds stairs out of it. And I'd show you, but I've already applied them so that I could get the materials on it. So alas, I can no longer edit them. Well, I mean, I can edit them, but I can no longer change the geometry node on it. Okay, save. There we go. And I'm not sure we want this front one wet or dry. Well, we'll leave it alone for right now. It may not even super matter. Kind of coming back to look at our overall scene and the buildings we have to touch. We got to do this one. Add some edge loops. And some edge loops. Seems good. 3. There we go. And D. I kind of like D, but not the roof. The roof needs to be flat. Yeah, it's there in the beginning for sure. I made them before the stream started just to see if they would fit, but then I showed how it worked inside them. Let's select that and that and that and 0.66. I always wonder how many of these supports to put in there. Like, I think they look cool to break things up, but like, do I want one in between here? I don't know. I always question. Let's add one here and here and here and here. And we'll do this one too. I don't know, we'll see it much, but it's not that much geometry. Yeah, that's cool. Just to give us that breakup. Now on this one, because this building is separate, we get to do cool things again. This is a reason to separate them. So we set it to A. So let's use the B material instead. There we go. We want that for sure. So the reason to have each of our buildings as separate objects is it doesn't mess with the other ones later. But that we want, I think. It looks better as an all brick building. Yeah, it definitely does. That's looking good. Let's take this sucker over here. Control R. Add that. I'm actually going to I think I'm going to do the same thing again up here. X dissolve edge. And then can't even see it. Good. I'm not going to mess with the sides. And here, and make that B. And I'm going to make this and this one, not that one. G. We'll go with the actual even stores, even though it's a little bit weird, but why not? And again, I'm not even sure how much of this we'll see, but I like having the option, particularly since my computer's strong enough that it doesn't matter. I don't have to stress too much about that. I do like those taller windows there too. That is cool. I might even do it again. Just do double sets of them. What? No. Oh, because I had everything else selected too. What? There we go. Yeah. Double fancy. Looks cool. Definitely liking that. Can't actually see that many buildings from this one, which is cool too. We're a little bit constrained there, and that's not a bad thing. Over here, I think I'm going to add in, put a shop on this side. Enter through the gift shop or some shit, right? So we will, yeah, we'll add those two there. Now you are in. You have made it into the matrix. Hey, Michael. Okay. Yeah. Yep. We could even, do I want to do, I don't know. Let's see. Would it be cool to do these to the same thing as well? So there's a little bit of window there. Yeah, I think so. That's not a bad idea. I think even one more. We'll just go kind of crazy. And do those two. And it was A, assign. Cool. Yes. looking good. Now, let's jump over to the next building. This guy. And let's see, what do we want to do with him? This wall is just a back wall, I think, so it could be windows. Let me make it a little bit more concentrated, so I have a higher, higher ratio of windows. Let's just go all of them, and I like D, and then 2, like that, that. We're gonna add more probably later, but just to start it off, that, and we can even go across and across, and 0.66 and tab. Can barely, actually we can't even really see it yet, but we'll probably get a different angle on it there. We can't see this side. Let's see. Break it up. 3 seems good. Make this one into a door. Yeah, everyone has said that now. They're a geometry node tree. They're very straightforward. You can watch it for sure, but there's nothing complicated. It just takes a curve and generates a stair around it. They are super cool looking. I like the way they turned out. So, what building is this that I'm not seeing then? Because this is, where are we at? I thought I was editing that building, but I guess I'm not. I'm editing that building. Way back over here. Oh, I see. Gotcha. All right. Cool. Loop cut there. Loop cut there. And 3. We're going to make these 2 stores. And then we'll make, yeah, I don't need to worry about this wall. And certainly not this wall right now. But we'll make those wall D assign. At least, yeah, no, that's making me happy. I'm not arguing. And then wall D, I'm going to use on this building only the materials. So clearly the stairs are working for what I wanted in terms of interest because people are digging them. There we go. Yep, that looks good. Back in again. 2. And selecting those. Yep. And 0.66. I thought I knew it was like I'm gonna do it ahead of time because it's not that interesting to watch me make it. But as soon as I do, everyone's gonna be wanting to know like, what the heck did you do? And that's what has happened. All right, 0. Yeah, that is that building. There we go. And it's looking pretty good. Are we getting? Just gonna come back here so I can see this building. Tab. Yeah, I mean, we don't really see too much, right? But we're gonna see that wall there, I think. Yep. No, it's that one. Okay. Control R. Add some edge loops. 3. And we're seeing that one, and we'll see the one next to it too, I think, a little bit. Good. So we'll make that one a store, and this one a window. And I don't even know I'm going to worry too much about anything else beyond this. And again, I'll set these windows to also use, well, material B. This is far enough back that it's kind of like, why am I even stressing about it? But just because. Cool. Yeah, that's what we can see from there. And if we need to add more, it's not hard. We know that much. All righty, where are we at? 19 minutes. We're doing good. Okay. So those are our buildings that we can see from that first angle, at least. Maybe let's play with this a little bit. It's bridge time. I want to do something to it, but I'm not entirely sure what. But I do have some ideas. um, First off, let's see if we can't. 2, yep, and E4. Undo. Just select it again. E GZ4. No, okay, it's foreign local. So GY -4. Yes. And I think that means my normals are fucked up. Yes, they are. 3. Do not hide collection. Tab. 3. Dot. You know what? Actually, well, yeah, let's undo this. There we go. 3. I'm going to global piss off. E4. GZ4. There we go. SZ0. Flatten across the top. Meh. There's a wall, and now it's got normals pointed the right way everywhere. Tab. Let's turn off face orientation because I find that annoying. And clear split normals. Alrighty. Now, I think we add a window to here too. 3. W grid modeler. And that's just, that works good. We're gonna go in 1, 2, 3. In 1, 2, 3. Yep. Up to here, 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 here. And we're going to actually make a new plane, which is what? Creating face 3. And go to normals. Yes. GZ. No. GZ. Yes. Thank you. Okay. Now, P section. I'm just going to use it as a Boolean, so I just want to get it out there. Ooh, what? What? Did I not? Let's turn off Boolean on it already. Oh, I'll turn it off on that too, but let's undo history. There we go. Come on. P separate. Good. Now this one, turn off the Boolean on it. There we go. Oh, the enormous undo history. So edit, preferences, system, undo steps 256. I mean, it does tend to make your files a lot bigger, so be aware of that. But yeah, that's how you do it. Okay, cool. Control A, apply, tab 2, control bevel, GZ, and let's go to normal, SX. Yeah, something like that. That seems cool. And 2, control bevel those. Get something like that. Cool. And 2, control bevel those just a bit. There we go. That to that, control minus. And Boolean exact. Why are we not cut? And are we losing? Because it should be after that. That's strange. Kill edit, come out of edit mode. Or is that just a problem? Object mode. This. Yeah. My face is solid, isn't it? Or is it inside out? It's inside out. Let's see. Alt V. Betcha. Face orientation. A. Forget that. Just that. A. Tab. A. Shift N. Tab. Let's see if this gets it. It's still trying to cut. Ah, yes. Yeah, I know that pain well. Why are you not doing it, though? You should be cutting fine. Is there something weird? I'm going to apply this first. Control save. Now, let's just see what happens if I apply this. So at least give me the edges. Solo it. Oh, it's there. Something's just... Did I still have another object? Weird. Okay. So what is this object? And this is this object. If we solo that, that's good. Looks right. Okay. There we go. Somehow I got a copy of it. Strange. Okay. Doesn't matter. We're good now. Okay. Now we should be able to Alt X here that way. Cool. And Tab 3 E and E. Woo! A bridge top. Save. Let's go ahead and apply this again. All right. And now let's do something kind of a little trippier and fun with it. Normals out. Sure. Normals out. Sure. And then up. Cool. Right. And then select this one. Shift S2. Shift A. Sphere. It's a little bit of a big sphere. Scale it down. GZ. Global. GZ. Like there. Sure. That looks cool. Tab. Go back to normal. Alt X. Alt X. There we go. Kind of neat. Still, now we're only editing this one side. If I can remember that, that's cool too. Let's see. Do we want to do, yeah. That, and that, and control bevel. Yeah, that's cooler. Make it a little bit more rounded. We can't even see it from this angle, of course. Such is the way. But no, it's cool. We're good. Let's apply yeah, apply it. Edit. 1 Q circle. Yeah, like that big, sure. And E down and inset and E up, just like there. Some weirdness going on, but it's fine. And we already had warm emissive on here, cool. So warm emissive assign and 3 L, 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 warm emissive assign. Save, tab. Let's see what we got. Bright light. Some wonky geo there. It's not going to bother me particularly, but we'll just see if we can fix it. Or if I've gone too far again. Go away, Evie. I don't want you. I wish there's a way you could just get rid of that button so I couldn't just accidentally press it. Let's see. Fine, we'll just fix it on this one side, and then it'll fix it everywhere. Oh, I see. One. Merge center. Yeah, that'll fix that. And then three. That's all right. She said, no. Let's see. I see. Are we getting no weirdness? Oh, I see. Okay. There we go. That's better. I actually didn't even need to merge this, but let's see. Plus, or just this, 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 and this. X dissolve faces. X dissolve edges. No. And shift hide. Okay, that's where we're getting weird. One. I don't even know why I'm bothering, but to be honest. Merge center. Maybe just to be able to delete them entirely. X merge center. Merge center. There we go. Something that no one will ever see, but you know, that's fine. Tab 3. I think actually I might just try to delete this face. Yep, there we go. Cool. And then we will again Alt X there to there and there to there and propagate the whole thing. And apply it. And go look. Cool. Yep. Good deal, eh? Now this bridge, I think we just want to take the whole bridge, and anytime it's Benefix a wet, yeah. I'm probably bothering because I know it bothers Micah, to be honest. To be honest. There we go. Now our bridge is all wet. Cool. And we can just, do we want to pull back up a bit or out a bit? That might be better because I want to have some of that there. Let's just look at our camera real quick. We're at 42. Let's go to 35. And back up a little bit. And yeah, there we go. Let's just turn on our overhead to see what we got. And cool. Yep, and we're getting there. Getting there. Let's see. In our settings here, I'm going to turn on denoise and viewport because it just makes it easier. We'll leave it off on the render, but I need to be able to see things. So now it's not quite so fuzzy. All right, save. So we need to like make it a bit more special. Is the best way I can put it. We need some stuff, and we need it to be a little bit more. There's a bridge. Industrial, I think, just a touch. So let's see. Can we can go there? Cool. And can we do the same thing here? We can. And here, can. And okay, we're just gonna see if we can't just join them together. Okay, cool, we can. Select that, select that, select that. Yes, yep, good. And Q, curve extract. There we go. And let's take it up a little bit. And then Alt D and take it down a little bit. There we go. Hello, good morning. All that sort of stuff. Join these back together. Let's see, what do they look like? They should just be pipes. Oh, they go all the way around. Interesting. Well, I mean, I don't guess I care. Do I care? Yeah, maybe I care. I don't really need them to be here. Plus, 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 x vertices. Actually, undo minus x vertices. There we go. Now it kind of goes in a little bit there at the end, which is kind of cool. Tab. All right. And save. Shift Q. Utility. Give us some flanges. Custom. And heavy. Regular. Regular. See what regular looks like today. 0.1. Is that big enough? Those are pretty good. Yeah, let's make a few more of them though. Amount 2, 3. Let's make them a little bigger. 0.15. Yeah. Cool. Are they touching each other? Or are they good? Well, yeah, come here. Well, they're not too bad. Can we offset it? Offset body. No, it just moves them together. Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind, I guess. 0. And 0. Yeah, see, that helps. That gives us something. We only have it on the one side right now. Come here. Select those. And what is our... Does 4 is fine. Q, convert to mesh. And then Alt X there. And then we got it on both sides. Some cables is, or pipes is, we'll add the cables in a minute. Um, yeah. Now let's take this thing here, 3. Select those faces, and we'll even add the outside faces here, those, and here, and here. And tab, Shift Q, loop extrude, or slice. Slice gives us more options for low poly things. Ooh, yeah. Yep, that's cool. And material, it's not gonna be bricks A wet. We're gonna go with, do we have hull? Yeah. And then we're gonna add, we'll make that wet, I think. Um, add rain shader. I mean, probably isn't a bad idea that it's wet everywhere, but let's just call it wet now. So we know wet. Slicing and cabling always works, exactly. I 100% agree. And that's cool. That gives us some punch. And actually, let's take this thing now. Well, let's just join this together again. First off. All right, why did it undo? Is there a weird modifier still on? No. That to that, join. Why did I lose my material? That is bizarre. Let's just add this to this and see what happens. Yeah, okay, whatever. Tab. Soul Sucker. Just again, I might want to make these not brick as well. Select, Shift Hide. Okay, and Alt Z, B. Select those. Yep, and B. Good, so I don't grab the wall. Those. Okay, and we'll make those distress hull wet as well. So metal. Let's see. Yep, cool. Save. I mean, we could make them even funky if we wanted to. I've never played that, so I'm afraid I can't help you as to why you're getting that, but I'm not going to argue. Sounds cool to me. Shift Q, random slice. 25. Cool. Yeah, we'll add that as well. And let's see if it did it right this time. Yep, cool. Save. And what are these? I think Mulligan's dark or some shit like that. What did I? Okay. Oh, I know why. Tab. Alt hide. Bring it back. Thank you. This is Mulligan's dark. Let's make it distress hull wet. That'll tie it together more. Yeah, it does. That's cool. All right, save. And come back. And 0. Now we need to tweak these suckers too. I don't want to make that. I want to make them a splash of color. So let's go grab like that orange. But dirty warm orange. See how that looks. At least once we make it wet too. I like it. Add the rain shader. Can't even really tell, but wet. And all right, sure. And then those grunge yellow? No, wrong thing. This one. Just do it this way. You did not give it to me. Oh, probably because I had multiple selected. There we go. I'm just gonna keep adding wet at the end, so we know, because I just know me. I'd be like, what the fuck? Later on. So cool. That works for me. Looks good. Let's move this off to the side. I know I'm going to want it. Close the area. Okay. That's where we're at so far. Looking pretty good. Let's add some bullshit cables hanging underneath the thing. Why? I don't know, but it just seems fun. Nice. I'm glad the undies helped you. I couldn't go back to having less than like 30 now, and I have saved my ass, particularly when you're sculpting, when you do a bunch of tiny little things every time you're always like dot 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 with your mouse button. Oh, it's so much easier. So 100% agree. It is worth having cables. No overlap. Let me add a few more even. Cable mount 20. Yeah, that's cool. And a radius of 0.02, so we can kind of see them better. And it does it drip into the water? Probably does, which is kind of cool actually. Okay, Q, Shift Q, flanges and couplings. Add a coupling 1. It's way too big. 0.075. And probably too many too, because it's still going off. Yeah, we don't want 3. 1's probably fine. Yeah, 2. I like 2. Okay. Right. That we're gonna make wet. Yellow. Do we have a wire? Let's see. Wire mat. Sure. It's not really important as long as it's just not white. Yeah, we don't know there's no sharks. Yeah. I haven't talked about the animals. Yeah, it does go into the water. I thought it would, but that's fine. That's kind of neat, actually. I like that. Doing okie dokie. I'm going to be a little pedantic here because I can. Select these faces. Come on. And Shift G coplanar. Piss off. Yep. Weird. And we're going to actually assign that to a new one. That is bricks A, not wet, because we're inside. So I just don't. And plus, plus, plus. Deselect that. And we will add a new one. Assign. And we're going to not follow our preferences. We're going to append and not reuse data because I want straight up distressed hull, not distressed hull wet. There we go. Also dry. Shark infested canals. Hell yeah. Yeah. I'm legitimately into this idea. Let's come back again. Yeah, cool. We have just that selected, right? Yep. Shift Q and slice it. Oh, and add an inset. And 100. Yeah. I don't know why, but I just like techie shit like that. What does it do? Nothing. What's the point? Nothing. But it's one of those few times where I actually like form that doesn't follow function. And it does give us a cool breakup of that light, which is nice. Okay, save. That's right, the albino sharks in the water. You know, it's New York style sharks. Let's find some stuff. What we got here? That's a cool looking thing. I like it. That's a cool looking thing. That's a very cool looking thing. We're going that one. Copy objects. And got to keep track of time, but we're doing okay. Control V. Object set origin to 3D cursor. Origin. And I'm going back to global for right now. This bridge doesn't line up with anything, but that's okay. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be Cartesianly correct, right? But that's cool. Maybe actually, fine. No, we're not going to do an array. Yep. Down. We'll move it down minus 0.75, just so I know. And then Alt D minus 0.75. And that we should be able to get one more, right? Shift R. Yes. And maybe even one more. Cool. I like them. Totally. It absolutely is. Let's see. Is that too much? Are those okay? Does this greeble make my butt look fat? You know? Yeah, that's all right. I mean, there's no reason for it, but I think we need something in the middle now too. Let's see, we want to continue with. Could just do that, and that's also kind of cool looking, but maybe we'll just take it simpler. That are, you know what, since I don't know what they are, and I don't need to know what they are, I'm just going to do that. And I could even widen them out. Yeah, cool. Might be a few too many. I'm kind of thinking it's a little bit extreme. Let's see if we like it better. Like that. I think we do. Because we can then come back and oh yeah, Shift AC, create a cable from here to here, scale it down. D will make it a little bit more approachable. and then create another Q from here to here, and then Q and another from, we'll have to move that one, but that's fine. From here to here, D, no, that's fine. Q and another from here to here. And then, yeah, you know the drill. Q from here to here. And then Q like that. And then Q like that. Cool. And then Q, I'm just going to rebuild this one. Delete this one. There we go. Cables, 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 cables. Now let's save. We're good. Let's try doing a simulation, see if it doesn't take too long. Sometimes it seems to take a long time, and I don't know why. See, simulate the cable. Sometimes it seems to, it's not lagging it out bad at all today. Like sometimes I don't know why it seems to want to lag it out. Give us different cables though. I didn't want them to look the same, which is why I didn't just mirror them. Because with things like cables, I wanted them to hang differently. This one, I just want to see. I've never actually tried to expand the length too. Yeah, oh, that's better. It gives us a little bit of that drape. Expand 2, yeah. Save. And now we can just take all these cables, join them together, and I think it was called wire mat. Yep, save. Cool. And I don't think it's really going to matter, but let's see. What is this tab? This material is the first one. Let's make that rainy. Okay, yeah. We don't need to bother with the cables, but that one does help, I think. And just cause, and to keep it from being 100% symmetrical, let's create another cable now. Ah, fuck off. Create another cable now from here to here. Right. And we'll also make it wire. So everything's connecting into here. We get a power thing all the way across. Great, 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 great. Cool. Save again. Now we need to go grab our ground thing. Like I said, we lost that when I didn't pull it from the other one. So let's get it, because I think it really helped our terrain. This thing, Control V, object set origin, 3D cursor, object set origin, change to origin, 7, rotate, come closer, come closer. 0. We got some bumpage. Actually could, I think in this case, sy minus 1 might be better to do it that way. Yeah, because now, yeah, it's bumpier along that edge. So we got it there. And we're going to add the rain shader to it because we know we like that. Control save. And then I don't think we'll we might need to add these more as we move cameras around, but let's, for right now, I know I want at least one more kind of over here. And this one I'll also back to that side. And then G Shift C just to make sure. There we go. And then Alt D GX. They can't even see it there, but we can kind of just see it here though, and that's not bad. I'm gonna try Alt D over here, and I just want to see what happens if we scale it up. I'm not even trying to make it like anything real so much as just visual noise. Does it work? I think it might. Let's save and look. Yeah, we get this distorted manhole cover, but I'm not too worried about that right now. I think it's okay. We could also just do that. Don't know if you can see it real well, but I think it might give us a little bit of bounced lights over there. And we're going to probably do at least one shot over there too. So we'll keep it on. I think it will help us. And because I am just a masochist, we're going to say screw it and put it on that other building here. Assuming Blender doesn't crash. No. Okay. That one. 7. Alt D. And rotate. And we're not, again, we're just trying to hiding these edges is gold. I know I said it before, but it's edges on CG is where shit goes wrong. That's where you can almost always tell. So just by putting gunk so you don't get a straight edge, it makes it way better. And even if we can't see it there, as we come in and look here now, like I set up another shot, which we might, that will help us. And I probably should do it on the stair too. Checker deselect is awesome. Random deselect is even better. Checker deselect works great until it doesn't, and then you get annoyed. But for me, I always want to add as much randomness into this stuff as I can to counteract humans' tendency to make everything fit. And I live for the random deselect tool. There we go. Save. Mm-hmm. Right. No. 0. Oh, come on. Come on, Blender. There we go. It's like you shouldn't be freaking out. There's nothing to freak out here. Looks good. Looks alrighty. I think we need some power cables, power lines, that kind of thing. I deleted the poles from the scene before, so I have to go bring them back. But we do like this pole. Although, actually, like, we like this. Ooh, we do like this. We like this a lot. And this. All of these are so cool. Let's just see. Copy objects. Oh, yes. Yes. Let's see if we can't do it like that even. Yes, it does stick straight in. No, we don't care. That's cool. Okay, so we'll do that one as a split off. And then we'll grab the pole. And we'll put it here. And we will rotate it around, and then we'll move it to where it actually needs to be because we know it's not there. Okay, 7 and G, and bring it to like there. Does that line up? Not quite, but almost. Now it does. Cool. And then 7, Alt D, bring it over here. And we will rotate it. So it should line up pretty close. Yeah, close enough. It's actually not bad. And let's add one more. And we're going to cheat it in like that so that we don't need to add another one. So it's like, yes, it goes back there somewhere. Okay, fine. No, I am definitely a fan of these cables. I like them. And then I want to put something across here still. I know I put some there before, but we can do more. Let's see. No, those are the ones that stick out, although they're cool. That's also neat. There's an orgy of evidence or whatever that we could use. There's so much stuff. Let's grab this one. Like this kit is seriously awesome. I have never, I mean, I know I'm like preaching, but the big, medium, small kits have never let me down. Yeah, exactly, right? Where the cables come from. Where do the cables come from? Oh. Yes, that's cool. Even if they don't connect, honestly, it's cool. And we can just make them connect real quick here. And good. And tab. Simulate cable. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't really want to hang through, although it doesn't matter, I suppose. But we can just take this one. There we go. And wire. Maybe. I've thought about it actually. I think later this week I'm thinking cemetery is the next one that I'm kind of psyched about, but I'm still kind of toying with it. Key dokie. But I do like those cables on the bridge. And go grab this bad boy again. And where do we want to put him? I think we want to put him right there. Yeah, that's what I'm toying with as an idea now. Is the next thing is cemetery. I do think it could be cool. Um, let's see. I know that sticks out over. I think I might roll with that this time. Oh, sweet. Old power stations are awesome. I love that stuff. I truly, truly do. Um, local? You're still being a pain. Okay, fine. There we go. All right. And I think I'm going to put a pole there or something. Let's just make that real quick. I need to make something new. Let's save. Shift A, mesh, cylinder. Sometimes you just feel like, am all I doing is kit bashing? And it's not true. Like, I know that's not the case, but um, but you kind of like, oh, I want to make something. Or at least I get that way. 3 GZ up to there. Cool. Sure, sure, sure. And then 2. Control R. We'll add a bunch, but I don't actually need the bunch for right now. 2. I want to select that one and that one and that one. Control bevel. Crease them out. There we go. And then let's see. I want to grab 3. I probably need to soul this sucker now because did I get the right one? I'm lost, but this will be fine. Come on. 3. This one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, and this one. Right. And E. All right. Good. Yes, that's what we wanted. And then A, turn off that, turn off that, and turn off that, and that. I don't know why I'm bothering, but we are. Slice, inset it, right, and amount 250. Cool. And depth max of 0.25. Probably do keep adding parts to it. That happens. The thing I keep wanting to go take pictures of, if you guys have ever watched any CW show ever, any of the superhero shows, there is a it's not abandoned anymore, but an old and just no longer used for most of it insane asylum called Riverview that has become a huge set for everything in Vancouver. And it's like old turn of the century hospital buildings. If you ever watched Supernatural, they used it like almost every episode. It's everywhere. And it's literally a 10-minute drive from my place. And I keep wanting to like just wander over there and take pictures of the outside when they're not filming, which would be right now. So it would be good, but haven't done it yet. Um, Yellow or distressed hull? Yellow might be neat, actually. And let's see. I could keep detailing this thing literally all day. Oh yeah, yellow's cool. So we're gonna have to reach a point where we sort of like, okay, we have to stop. Stop. Um, oh yeah, it's neat. Like and when they left it, there's literally like basement stuff that have old restraining hospital beds and stuff. Like it was an old school, not friendly insane asylum. Sorry, mental institution. But in this case, yeah, there are parts of it that are just creepy and feel haunted, and it would be fun to go mess with. Um, Alrighty, I'm looking just to see what other bits we want to add in the short term while I still have everybody here. I have a feeling I might tweak this one a bit more afterward. This is still looking kind of empty. I think we need something here. I wonder, can we? I mean, the answer is yes, we can. Come over here. Dot. And come here. Where are you at? There you at. Dot. And then let's duplicate this sucker. Shift D. And then M. New collection. We're going to call it railing, just so I know what the fuck it is. I'm sure you did. It's pretty famous. And again, like it's been used by every shooting crew in Vancouver for the last 40 years now. So it's almost, you know, stereotyped in a sense. But I would still play in it though. Select, delete vertices. Good. Okay. And then 7. Alt Z B. X vertices. And X vertices. Fine. Undo. No, it's right. We'll have to do that. Okay. And Control L, SY, scale it up like that. GY. There we go. Okay. I'm liking it. I don't need this thing, whatever it is. X vertice. And let's see. Shift S2. Object set origin to 3D cursor. Alt X, mirror it. And now we have the railing. Cool. So we come back, grab our object here, and object set origin to 3D cursor. Object set origin, geometry to origin. No, wrong thing. Railing. Undo that too. Okay. Here, there's a 3D cursor. Where's railing? Railing. This object. Object set origin to 3D cursor. Object set origin, geometry to origin. Oh, well, you should move to Vancouver then, if you love that. Yeah, totally. People in Vancouver actually get kind of sick of it. They're like, can you please just make our city be what it's actually is? Instead of us being Seattle and Mumbai and New York and whatever else. I don't really care. I think it's kind of funny, but tab. E. There we go. And actually, I think we'll just go straight across. Can we? E. Sure. And can we add in X? Does it matter? Eh, cool. Good enough. Oh yeah, Vancouver Library. You mean Caprica and everything else? Yeah. It's fine. Q array. Is that enough? Nope, not quite. Ah, it even lines up pretty well. Close enough for what we need anyway. Cool. And then turn it off. Shift D. Kill the array. Turn the array back on that one. 7 RY90, since we're in local space. There we go. And then Alt D, GZ. There we go. Save. And let's make it wet. Wet. My personal favorite is still Tron 2, where he's like, let me show you something special. And I'm what? The HSBC building? It's just, I found it funny. Clear custom splits. No, it should be good. Tab A, U, cube projection. That should be lined up, right? But it is not. It's doing weird things. Oh, weird. Okay, because it's not the whole thing. That would be why. Minus, minus, minus. There we go. But still giving me weird. All right, let's see. Why does it look good on one side and not on the other side? A, U, cube projection. Alt V, face orientation. No, it's lined up right. That's good. I don't know that I care, but let's see. R, Y, 180. Turn on our array and make this minus. See if that is good enough for our purposes. Well, clearly good enough for our purposes. Let's see, how far back did I save? Reasonably far back, but we'll just go with it. Minus, 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 minus. Solo, save. Look, Do not know why. But you know what? Screw it. SZ -1. Cool. Save. Add rain shader. Oh, actually, don't do that. Don't do that. Set it to wet. Do that. Save. Yeah, that's better. That's definitely better. Let's bring back in. Let's just see what we got with the top on it now. Upper level. Oh, I like the, oh, cool. This like it, that gets just totally highlighted there. That's neat. Everything's wet, grungy looking. That's very cool. We need to put our rain in now. Let's do that real quick. Kill the upper level again. Save. The first thing we want to do is add rain to this thing. K, tab, K, from here to here to here to here. We'll go this far, but we won't go farther than that. Enter. That's, yep, everything's selected. Good. Save. Add rain. Oh, I think I have my rain folder still in here, right? Yes, I do. Delete hierarchy. Add rain. Or tab. P section. Glad it failed, actually. There we go. Add rain. Cool. It's just coming down on that. And honestly, we might not need too much more than that. You're not going to see it bounce back here. We could add it if we do a shot over here, which we might do. But in the meantime, if we just take these things, let's turn off our rain simulator right now. Take that, 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 and that, and M, and add to rain targets. Save. We'll add the bridge. We might as well. We can add our stairs and that. Targets. That should not be too much. Let's save and cross our fingers and turn it back on. Ah, it's fine. See? So we have some empty spaces in the middle where we're not getting rain, which we might care about, but I don't know that we super do right now. It's just going to be where it bounces, but it's hard to even tell. That's looking good though. Turn it off again. Come back, and where were we before? Over here, yes. So here, that is our rain particle plane, and here's our light plane, both of which we are overusing the shit out of, so let's continue to do so. And bring them over to here. Now this one, G, R, there, 0. I think that's got it covered. Yes, it is in front. Now this one, we can decide how we want to deal with it. Let's scale it up. Kind of liking it big over here lately. And global. Like that. Maybe. Let's see. Turn back on. Always. That literally is the name of the game, almost universally. So, um, it's just finding the bad habits you like. No, seriously, actually. I listened to there's a comic book artist, Brian Stelfreeze, who's a genius and an amazing teacher. And I once listened to him tell a kid, he's like, no drawing or CG thing or anything is ever what you're drawing it of. So it's always a mistake. It's never right. So your style is the collection of your mistakes that you like. So his words for the student was make as many mistakes as you possibly can so you can find the things that you like. And it's true. It's 100% true. You know, you are your mistakes. Own them, love them, use them. Be aware of them. That's kind of the key. This is like a daytime shot, which might actually be neat. We haven't done one of those yet. We could just leave the light up. It's all been night up until now, but I'm kind of liking this day thing going on here. There we go, and turn back on that rain, which is hard to even see what it's doing, but I think that's a cool looking, we're crossing the bridge. We got the light from above. I think it's cool. Maybe let's give it a daytime sky, because right now I think it's literally just, I mean, you may not even see it, because I think it's just this glowy bullshit thing, but there we go. The Brian's words, yeah, I like. It really is very helpful. Like it sounds pithy at first, and you're like, no, wait, like he's right. Style is just the mistakes you make that you like, because you didn't draw it realistically, and it's actually impossible to draw realistically. So it's just how you drew it that worked for you. It's cool, and very freeing, which should be the point to all of this stuff. It's supposed to be fun, people. um, Open plane. We want to. Well, it is raining, so we don't want it to be too bright. Um, Road. I don't think we're going to notice that anyway. Like, I literally don't think you'll see any of this sky, but sure. Add it. Let's see. Can we tell any difference? Probably not. Yeah, maybe a little, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. It's all good for that. I think we got a pretty good shot at where we're at now. Which is good because we're at time. I didn't even notice. Let's see. There's our scene. I think I will probably add a person. I might add some garbage cans and little shit like that in here just to kind of fill it out a little bit more. But I think we've kind of established what the space is pretty nicely. Um, we'll just set our camera focusing like, I don't know. I think maybe we'll start focusing on this um, covered bridge area. We probably need to double check that it's not hitting the rain plane because it probably is. Yeah, it is. Because that rain plane is in front, even though we can't see it, that's where it clipped to. So we'll move it to there. Yeah, exactly. It's all the same. And it doesn't even have to be on purpose. It's just when you can do it on purpose is kind of when you become a pro. Other than that, it's a happy accident, you know? Um, yeah, digging this one. I think it turned out nicely. Um, and I like the movement from light over here to dark over here. I think that that's cool. I like that this is kind of lit up. I'm just kind of liking most of this. I maybe want to put a little bit of light there. Let's do that, and then I'll call it. We're just going to give this right here, and we'll go to lights. And Shift A, light area, and come to it. And let's GZ, scale it down. It's not actually going to line up to anything, but you know, hey. And we'll give it a spread of like 120. So it'll look like it's a light, for lack of a better word. And power of like 25 and 5,000. Let's see how that does. I haven't even paid any attention. I know it's out in beta now, so it won't be this week till it comes out. Blender 4.0 is in beta, so they go through at least a week of release testing, but it's soon. Yeah. Um, I hear good things. I haven't paid any attention to what's in it, to be honest. I'm like, oh, it's coming. Okay. Um, and then I go watch all that way it gives me a chance to get videos made before I start. 500. That's a little bit bright, but hey. Let's go with like 50. That's better. Just a nice little light there. And then we'll add one more little light. Well, actually, I think it's going to be a big light, but turn off the upper level. And I think, where do we want it? Back here. Shift A, lights, point. GZ, bring it up a little bit. Let's make it like 4,000. So it's really a warm light, and we'll make it like 5,000. So it's a bright, warm light. And maybe let's add one more over here too. Save. Turn back on our upper level. That sounds cool. That would be it would be nice to be able to, like, I don't want the light to touch this one object and do that, That would be kind of nice. Let's see. 50,000. No, that's too bright. 5 might not be bad. Well, that's working. 5 is working for this one. Giving us a bit more afterward. Maybe we just need to bring that other one just a little forward. Point. Turn off the upper level so I can see where it is. It's always hard because then your lights change. So you're like, it doesn't work. But it does work. Okay, yeah, let's just bring that a little closer to even here. I don't want to see it, but I want it to kind of illuminate that building a little bit. Let's see if that does it. Just a tiny bit, maybe. Well, it illuminates the ceiling, which brings out that building. I think it might be okay. Do I have it on the far side? Let's just go walk over there and see. Whee! Am I even in the right space for buildings? I am. Okay. Shift C. Bring it more forward. That's behind. Okay. Here I am, not letting go. Yeah, that's better. That might be a little too far. I'm gonna make it its own point and take it down to like 1,000. Yep, that's what we want. So now we have that edge of that building there separating out. Looks good. Cool. And then the last thing I want to do is set my start to 0 and my depth to like 250. So I always forget to do that after I reset my HDR. And then I'm like, why is my ground fog all super close? Okay. Cool, folks. Well, I'm going to call it for today. And like I said, I'm going to put a few little doodads in here, but I just kind of get a tea and think about it for a second first. I hope this is interesting. I thought it was cool. Turned out pretty nice. I think tomorrow I may do the seawall, which will not be nearly as epic as that those two words together sound, but it's more like just a breaker. And I'm thinking about what to do for the cemetery as well. I think that could be pretty neat. So if I get a flash of genius between now and tomorrow morning, I might do the cemetery first and then the seawall. But you're welcome for the cables as always. It's a pleasure. Um, okay, folks, take care. Have a great rest of your day. I'll hopefully see you tomorrow or at least soon. Okay.